Hey, what's poppin'? This your boy Jay the Comedian. Good morning. How y'all doing today? How am I doing? Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm a little tired, I ain't gonna lie to you. But the sun is out and it's giving me energy. Thank you, sun. Appreciate it. Anyway, today I wanted to talk to you guys about the frustration you endure whilst arguing with a Jehovah's Witness. It is literally probably the most frustrating thing you can experience in humankind. You know, Scanamini? It's that frustrating. Because this is the thing. The means in which they argue, it's first off, very intelligent people, very, very intelligent people are inside the organization. Not all of them, but as we can all argue, there are some really, truly intelligent people inside the organization. But when you argue with them, at some point they become the dumbest people in the world. Just only while you argue with them, though. Like, you wouldn't want to be, you don't want to take them one-on-one in the math competition because they'll smoke you. You wouldn't want to, like, have them writing words and spelling bees and all that stuff. They'll smoke you. But having a logical conversation about their religion, oh, you will not do very well. Trust me. Because it will frustrate you to no end. First off, Jehovah's Witnesses seem to like to make statements as if they're true, while in no way possible, in no way, shape, or form, will they take the steps to back up what they're saying, For example, this is God's only true religion on the planet Earth. Everybody knows that. I'm like, what? Let's look into that. No, I'm not going to look into that. This is his only true religion. And I offered no rebuttal as to why that is. I'll give you a scripture, a convoluted, weird scripture that probably any and everybody can use for multiple different reasons. But that's what they do. You know how frustrating that is? To sit up and say something as if it's true while in the same breath not even taking the chance to, like, look it up. I'm Jay. I have the biggest ding-a-ling on the earth. Have you seen all the ding-a-lings on the earth? No, but mine's the biggest. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense to you? I argue that there may be bigger. There may be bigger. I doubt it. But the point is this. The frustration you have to endure. Because first off, not only will you go through the process, like, mentally of just being like, yo, you're wrong. And I almost feel like you know it, but you just don't want to put it out there, Like, for example, the other day, I put up a post in which it said, this is back in 1928. It was a book inside of the Golden Age, something that the Jehovah's Witnesses published a while back. And in 1929, it was pretty bad for black people. And instead of said book, they said that African Americans, or just African people in general, they were the cursed people of Canaan or something like that. And they're put on earth to be servants. That's what they're here for. And that's what makes them happy, is to be servants. Now, I read that and I'm like, wow, that is some highly bad stuff to say about any group of people. They're not only servants, they're happy to be servants. That's what they're put here to do. Now, I put that up on my Instagram page. My Instagram, Jay the Comedian 1. Holla at Chaguala if you haven't done it yet. But when I put that picture up, a lot of people that were JWs inside of my followers, I got a bunch of followers, they were telling me in the comments, this is not true. This was never printed. Watchtower would never say such a thing. And literally at the bottom of the picture, I have the source material. So if you wanted to find it, you could look it up yourself, and it'll be right there in black and white, bold as ever. But instead of just taking a simple step of Googling it, they went ahead and said, oh no, that's never been printed and you're a liar. Don't believe him, he's a liar, everyone. It's never been printed. Like, did you look it up? No, why would I look up your apostate mess? Apparently, I'm telling you, it wasn't written by us, it was written by your people. And if your people wrote it, then by definition, they can't be apostates. But no, they didn't listen. And see, this is the thing about not listening. When it comes to that organization, let's say when you get this fellowship, right? The elders go inside the room and they're like, you know, we didn't come to this decision. Jehovah came to this decision. And he's using us to put it out there. Step one. As an elder, does that make you a perfect man? No. So then that means you're a sinful man, right? Now, if you're a sinful man, that means that you may misinterpret something that God said. Actually, part two. Have anything that God ever said been misinterpreted by sinful men? If the answer is yes, then how are we to place 100%, you know, I can't think of the word right now, 100% trust into what you're saying as the accurate truth? How can we do that knowing that there have been times when imperfect men, such as yourself, have inaccurately disseminated what God said? How can we know that? Because how do we know God's not like, yeah, you messed up, but you know what? I don't like this disfellowship and stuff. You good. How do we know you didn't just hit a part where you're like, yeah, you messed up, and then it cuts the message cut off? How you know that? You know, how do we know that didn't happen? We just supposed to believe whatever you say? Because that's almost like if I wanted to hump a grizzly bear. And, and my friends were telling me, hey, don't hump that grizzly bear. It'll kill you. What are you doing? I'm like, man, I always wanted to hump a grizzly bear, a wild grizzly bear. They look like they'd be fun and warm, you know? But my friends are like, no, why would you even think that? I'm like, well, somebody told me that they hump wild grizzly bears and everything work out fine every time. They do it consistently. And they're like, well, did you see him do it? No. Were you there? No. Like, well, how do you know he's telling the truth? Why would he lie? That's my favorite thing. Why would the governing body lie? What reason would they have to lie? Not knowing why somebody would lie is not a reason as to why somebody would not lie. That's not proof for somebody not lying. That's like me looking at next year's calendar, looking in June and being like, on June 7th, it's not going to rain. I'm like, well, why wouldn't it rain? Well, why would it rain? So multiple reasons as to why it could possibly rain. Are you trying to tell me it never rained before or something like that? They probably could lie to you, probably are lying to you. And the reason why, you just don't know yet. That's how it is. But to sit up and say they're telling the truth because you can't see why they would lie, that's a flawed argument, my dude. It's a fallacy. You know what I mean? I don't know which one it is, but it's definitely one of those fallacies that people use. My point is this. You try to hump a wild grizzly bear, you're going to get eaten to death. And even if you really want to do it, unless you see somebody tell you that it's okay or you see them do it themselves, even if you did, I probably wouldn't do it anyway because they got them claws and all that fur. They got them fat booties, though. I'm a fan of big booties. But no, in all seriousness, though, you shouldn't listen to other people. They are just like you. And sitting up trying to argue with a Jehovah Witness who's gotten all this information from another person just like him is frustrating to death. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. Because every time you make a point, oh, I don't want to argue that. Oh, we're not going to argue that. We're not even going to talk about that. Because the entire time you're doing it, you're trying not to say the one thing that's going to shut down the conversation. Because you know you're willing to go 12 rounds with the conversation. If you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. You any round you want to go to, let's go to, because you're ready to challenge any and all. Not only are you ready to challenge, you're ready to defend any and all positions you have. But you do this while knowing that the Jehovah Witnesses is ready to retreat at the first sign of apostasy. They are ready to shut that conversation down, tuck tail, and get out of there. Like, whoo, the apostate tried to talk to me today. Ooh, I had to get up out of there. Start hitting me with stuff, corrupting my mind, making me as diseased mind as they was. I just find it funny that most of the quote-unquote apostate material was written and published by the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. I think that is hilarious. But don't you look at that apostate material. Even if we printed it, don't look at it. Well, it was okay to look at once in a while, but we got some new light. And since the new light is here, that old darkness is apostate. So yeah, know that. Anyway, man, I hope y'all have a good day. So far, my day's been good, man. It's getting even better on my way to work. Enjoy the rest of your day, man. Subscribe if you haven't. Holla at your guala. Deuces.